Thank you, everyone. We're very excited today, aren't we? The weather's nice. I think it's changing. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, and what a wonderful way to start. I'm Irma Ranieri, the Commissioner for Public Sector Employment and President of IPA. It's a really inspiring way to start because today we are here to talk about leading with purpose and living our values, and that purpose video which we've had for about a year or so, is actually really important because it does actually show what we do as the public sector and how we do change lives for the citizens of South Australia. I'm really pleased we've got so many people here today. We have Senior Management Council members and my co-sponsor on the purpose and values, David Reynolds. So David and I are working closely together on bringing a series of these sort of seminars across the public sector. To IPA members and partners, I welcome you all to the forum today. I'd also like to thank our impressive and distinguished speakers, the Honourable Bruce Lander, QC, Andrew Greatrex and George Savides. I'll give a little bit more information about each of those speakers in a moment. Can you please put your mobile phones on silent, just silent, because we want you to be Twitter active if you can, and their hashtags, I think, on the screens. We are filming today's forum because we like to put that up on our website so people can have a look and see if they aren't able to be here. And if there's an emergency, we need to evacuate, follow the staff as they lead you outside, and do not use the lifts. Now, I'd like to start by inviting Tegan O'Brien to give us the welcome and acknowledge the traditional owners of the land. And Tegan, you're one of our Jobs for Youth graduates, aren't you? So how wonderful to not only see one of our graduates, but also a woman to give us that acknowledgement. Please welcome Tegan.
Nankana Miena, Namani, Nanari Tegan, Marawachanga, Gana Miena, Naiwangandi Manina Budni Gana Yatana. Netu Yungandalia, Netu Yakinandalia, Padliadlu Wadu. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Tegan. On behalf of the Ghana people, I'd like to welcome you to Ghana country. My brothers, my sisters, let's walk together in harmony. Thank you.
So proud of our Jobs for Youth graduates. Well done, Tegan. So today is about purpose and values. And I believe that they're the foundation of everything that we do. As we focus on delivering public value in a dynamic and rapidly changing time, the single factor that can help us make decisions is our purpose and our own personal purpose, why we're here. It's a shared recognition of the reason why we exist. It is the context that determines whether a decision is the right one to make at any particular time. When purpose appeals to your intrinsic motivation and aligns with your own personal values, it will fuel your success. I know this personally, and it's something that I really hold close in my own working life. We take our values seriously in the public sector. For me, the opportunity to work with the public sector enables me to ensure that people are provided with the basic needs, and I believe every person should have everything, including a safe environment, healthcare, housing and education, and everything else that you all stand for, and I know you believe that as well. As a Commissioner for Public Sector Employment, this extends to all public sector employees, ensuring they have access to career opportunities regardless of the gender, nationality or age, that our Aboriginal employees are afforded the extra support they need to make the most of opportunities available. Most importantly, that living our values is at the heart of all we do, and when this is not occurring, it is not tolerated. This is why our values are ingrained in the Code of Ethics, and it was one of the first things I did as Commissioner. Today we will share our common understanding of how our values give us our sense of purpose. We will explore and define how we can come together to lead the way to make South Australia thrive and continue to build a modern public sector. Now, to help me do that today, we have some amazing speakers today. I'd like to actually give a bit of a background of our speakers. So Andrew Greatrex will take us and facilitate most of the morning, George Savides and the Honourable Bruce Lander. I'd like to welcome our three speakers here today. Apart from Bruce Lander, the rest are from interstate or overseas. So Andrew Greatrex will be facilitating the forum, bringing his expertise in the area of drive and motivation. Andrew's expertise will be brought to life by outlining practical stories of how purpose has made a difference to delivering successful outcomes by our speakers, George Savvides and the Honourable Commissioner Bruce Lander. A little bit more about Andrew. Andrew's main goal is to create higher performance for organisations and an engaging and motivating culture for people. Organisations he has worked for include Disney, Novo Nordisk, Capital One, I hope I pronounce these well, Otsuka Pharmaceuticals, Intel, eBay, well, he has some stories, the Pentagon, US Air Force, Navy and the National Security Agency. He also works closely with professional associations including the Australian Human Resource Institute, Chartered Institute of Personnel Development, South African Human Resource Society and governments in Singapore, Malaysia, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Europe, US and Canada. I don't think we've missed anywhere in the world there. Thank you, Andrew. Now about George Savvides. George is going to share his story on leading significant transformation as the former Chief Executive of Medibank Private. The Medibank float of $5.6 billion was at the time the second largest in Australia's history. George was appointed the Deputy Chair of the Special Broadcasting Service, SBS, which we all love, on 23rd of February 2017. He's the Chair of World Vision Australia, a board member of NZX-listed Ryman Healthcare, Chair King's Group Limited, Chair of Macquarie University Hospital, Director of Accuvane and Director of CFMC Consulting. And finally, Bruce Lander. The Independent Commissioner Against Corruption, the Honourable Bruce Lander, QC, deals with the realities of poor culture, process and governance in the public sector. On 19th of February 2013, the Honourable Justice Lander was announced as South Australia's first Independent Commissioner Against Corruption. In 1986, he was appointed Queen's Counsel. In December 2008, he was appointed a Judge of the Supreme Court of Norfolk Island, and in November 1994, he was appointed as a Judge of the Supreme Court of South Australia. Before I ask Andrew to the stage, I'd like you to leave today knowing that the values need to be fundamentally embedded in everything that you do if it isn't already. As a leader, your legacy will be shaped by how you model the public sector values and behaviours. So now I'd like to actually ask Andrew to the stage and hand over to him. Thank you.